Mandy was never one for tidying. Her room was a jungle of toys, clothes, and half-finished projects. One afternoon, while burrowing under a mountain of stuffed animals, she stumbled upon something peculiar. It was a metal contraption with dials and buttons tucked away in her dad's old toolbox. The box usually held dull things like hammers and screwdrivers. This was different. This practically hummed with mystery. A note was stuck to its side, scribbled in her dad's handwriting. "Youth Ray, prototype do not touch." Mandy's eyes widened. A youth ray? What on earth was that? Curiosity bubbled inside her. She couldn't resist pressing a button. The machine whirred to life. A beam of light shot out, disappearing into the mess of her room. Mandy giggled. This was much more exciting than cleaning. Meanwhile, downstairs, Susie and Marilyn were getting ready for a day at the beach.
This new swimsuit will drive the boys wild,
Susie exclaimed, admiring her reflection.
We're going to be absolutely irresistible.
Marilyn giggled, applying another layer of lipstick. They dreamt of bronzed surfers and romantic walks along the shore. Susie had packed a picnic basket full of treats. Marilyn had brought her favorite romance novel. They grabbed their beach bags, completely unaware of Mandy's tinkering upstairs. With a final primp in the hallway mirror, they set off, ready for a day of sun, sand, and hopefully, a handsome date or two. The beach was bustling with activity. Susie and Marilyn found a prime spot and laid out their towels. They soaked up the sun, giggling over Marilyn's magazine. But something strange began to happen.
Marilyn, my swimsuit feels loose.
She complained, tugging at the straps. Marilyn, too, felt a strange, shrinking feeling. Her once perfect lipstick was now smeared across her face. They were shrinking. Their adult minds were trapped in rapidly shrinking bodies.
This is not what I had in mind for a beach day.
Marilyn grumbled, her voice sounding strangely high-pitched. Susie, now the size of a 10-year-old, could only nod in agreement. Their dream date was quickly turning into a bizarre nightmare. Back home, amidst the chaos of her room, Mandy aimed the youth ray at herself. She twisted the dial, aiming for a more mature age. The ray hit her, and she felt a strange stretching sensation. Her clothes felt tight, her hair longer. She rushed to the mirror and gasped.
Staring back at her was a young woman about 20 years old. "This is amazing."
She breathed, trying on her mom's high heels. Suddenly, becoming an adult didn't seem so boring anymore. She could drive, stay up late, and maybe even have her own credit card. The possibilities seemed endless, but first, she had to test out her newfound freedom. With a mischievous grin, Mandy swiped her mom's purse and keys and headed out the door. On the beach, chaos reigned. Susie and Marilyn were now the size of toddlers, their adult minds struggling to control their clumsy limbs. Their clothes, comically oversized, pooled around them. Sunbathers pointed and gasped. A group of children gathered, giggling at the spectacle.
This is so humiliating.
Marilyn wailed, trying to cover herself with a beach towel, but her tiny arms couldn't quite manage it. Susie, now a giggling, drooling mess, was trying to eat sand. Their perfect beach day had imploded spectacularly. Little did they know, things were about to get even more complicated. For at that moment, a confident young woman, looking suspiciously like a grown-up Mandy, strolled onto the beach, a mischievous glint in her eye.